after he came back from Mecca and left the Nation of Islam. Do you think our good brother Malcolm, alayhi rahmatullah, may Allah bless him and forgive him, do you think he fought all his life and died for the cause of trying to make the black African Americans experience in North America a better experience, to find equality for the black African American in North America? Do you think Malcolm X fought and lost his life for that cause just so we can propagate that message? The hip-hop culture propagating this message? Do you think he fought for that? I think he would be disgusted and sick to see how society has gone, and nobody will stand up and say this is wrong. It's just plain wrong. It's unbelievable. When I saw that, and I saw little kids dancing to this song. You go on YouTube and you type in this, you'll see little kids dancing to this song, singing it, singing this lyric. A 6-year-old girl or a 6-year-old boy singing Soulja Boy up in this hole, watch me crank it, watch me roll, watch me crank that Soulja Boy, then Superman that hole. A 6-year-old singing that song. I don't know what to tell you. All I know is we've got some options. What do we do? What do we do as parents? And where do we take this? And how can we do this? Well, first of all, I think we need to speak up against it. We need to speak up against it. When we see it wrong, we need to speak up against it. We need to actually say, this is wrong. This is not how we want our children treated. This is not how we want to treat our girls. This is not how we want to treat our boys. We need to speak up against it. We need to talk to the teachers. We need to propagate the information. Make sure that they know and are aware of what the lyrics to this song suggest. Take a look at the other lyrics too in some of the culture that's going on here. Gangsta rap and all this stuff. The violence that's propagating. Why are girls beating up people now? Why are the incidents of violence among girls heightening? Why in our city here, our small city, why do we find that we have girls beating up old ladies? What's going on? What's going on? They're lost. They need leadership from us. They need someone to actually say this is wrong. They need that. They want that. Now, what the record label wants is to sell. They want to sell. They want to make money. So they changed this. They changed it from ho to o. They changed it from ho to o to make it applicable so they could put it on mainstream radio, because they couldn't put the ho on mainstream radio. But it's all prevalent throughout the internet. So they changed it to O. Now, do you think this guy, Soulja Boy, whoever he is, or do you think the CEO of this record label, do you think he made that change out of the goodness of his heart because he was concerned about your children? Do you think he made that change because he was worried about the message being sent to your children? No. They made that change so they could get that message out to the radios, the radio station. So these people aren't concerned about your children. They're not concerned about what message is being sent to them. They're not concerned that your child's soul is dying. That they have no appreciation of a creator of the universe. Have no appreciation of the creation, of the beauty, of simple things, of a life. They just want to make money. And if you want to sell your daughter into the hands of this for a meagerly gain of dollars, well, may God forgive you. May God forgive us all. So we need to educate ourselves, find out what's going on in our ears and our eyes of our young people. The sickening violence that's on TV, the sickening music that's being said, raping women, treating them horribly, calling them hoe, all this. When are we going to ever say, hey, this is wrong? It's gone too far. It's gone too far. Back up the train. Back up the train a bit. Let's bring it back to at least 1950s, when at least a man and a woman would have an appreciation of some self-respect for each other. Though the girls aren't even respecting themselves. They expect the boys to call them hoes now. They know no other way. How can we expect our children to stand tall as adults when they're used to being called hoes and this crap that's out there? So educate yourself, propagate the message out to the teachers, the politicians, the powers that be. Tell them this is sick. This is just plain wrong. We don't want this. Don't buy these records for your kids. But let's speak up against this. Let's teach our children to stand tall. Let's teach our children that they have worth and value. And we value what's in between their ears. And we want to hear from them. And we love them and we care for them. And because we care for them, we want to protect them. And we want to keep them away from this stuff. And I tell you, brothers and sisters and the people that are watching, this is a big game going on. A big game for your dollar and for your soul. And it's the problems in this world, you know, it's a big sham. It's not a war of religions out there. There's a select group of people that are owning a lot of stuff. And you know, the porn business, you know, the guys drinking the wine and the caviar, going on their corporate jets wherever they want, robbing the companies that they own of millions so they can throw birthday parties for their wives, $50,000 birthday parties while half the world isn't starving. Do you think it's a war of religion in the sense that anybody who worships God, you know, no, it's the fact that most of the world is in utter poverty. Most of the world can't even get enough to eat. And here we live in the lap of luxury here. In North America, we live in the lap of luxury. We can eat whatever we want. And here we're feeding our kids this. So we may be feeding their body. We may be feeding them and giving them clothes and their Calvin Klein jeans, but we're killing their soul. So the person in another country perhaps that's dying physically, doesn't have enough to eat, dying in his body or her body, at least they still have their self-respect enough to know that something like this you do not send to your child. Something like this you don't give to your child. You think anybody that cares about their child is going to give them this to listen to? Watch me crank it, watch me roll, all this thing, ho ho ho. So I'm a little upset, as you can tell, disrespecting women, soul killing. Dogs are better. Dogs treat their own offspring better than what's going on here. We need to email teachers. We need to find the good out there. We need to give our children good things, wholesome things. We feed them we need to feed their bodies wholesomely. We need to feed their mind wholesomely. This is killing it. We know it. We can see it in society. Violence is going. We need to take back the reins a little bit and say, no, this is enough. So email the teachers, write the newspapers, call the talk shows. Just get a message out there that says this is enough. We don't want it anymore. And stop stuff like this. You know, if you don't buy the records, they won't put this out. Sooner or later, somebody's going to realize that we are more intelligent. We want a better product than this stuff that they're sending out to us. Just like the feed. You know, you wouldn't even feed your dog the type of meat that they're throwing out to us. They expect that we're that much of idiots, that lowly. They think we're that low of people that we're gonna lap this up. I guess we are lapping it up. But let's stand up tall and be human beings again. Let's protect our children. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.